Waking up at 5 a.m. won't magically make you successful. That's the lie. But something far more important happens if you do it consistently, something most people never experience because they quit too early. The real change isn't about productivity. It's about control. In this video, I'll walk you through what actually happens when you wake up at 5 a.m. for 30 days, psychologically, emotionally, and behaviorally. And why the first 2 weeks feel pointless, but quitting there keeps people stuck exactly where they are. Let's be honest. Most people here wake up at 5 a.m. and immediately reject it. Not because it's impossible, but because it feels unnecessary. I work fine at night. I'm not a morning person. Sleep matters. All valid. But here's the challenge. The problem isn't the time. It's who controls your day. Most people wake up already reacting. Notifications. Deadlines. Other people's priorities. And over years, that reactive start compounds into low focus. No structure. Constant mental fatigue. Waking up early isn't about waking up early. It's about reclaiming the first decision of the day. Let's break down what actually happens, stage by stage. This is the first misconception. Waking up early doesn't automatically make you productive. Plenty of people wake up early and waste the morning. The real benefit is not productivity, it's environmental silence. At 5 a.m. No messages. No expectations. No social pressure. Your brain isn't being pulled in 10 directions. People quit because they expect instant productivity instead of mental clarity. Early mornings don't give you energy, they remove noise. The hardest part isn't waking up early. It's what your brain does next. Main point 2, days 1 to 7, resistance and withdrawal. The first week is brutal. You feel tired, irritated, unmotivated. Your brain fights back because you removed easy dopamine. Late scrolling. Sleeping in. Comfort routines. This feels like something is wrong. It isn't. It's withdrawal. Most people quit here and conclude, this doesn't work. Discomfort doesn't mean damage, it means adjustment. Remember this. Any habit that upgrades your life feels worse before it feels better. Main point 3, days 8 to 15, mental space appears. Around the second week, something subtle changes. You're still tired. But your mind feels clearer. You start thinking instead of reacting. Planning instead of rushing. This is where most people make a mistake. They fill the morning with social media, news, random tasks, and waste the benefit. They miss the psychological payoff and think waking up early is overrated. Early mornings amplify intention, or amplify emptiness. The real transformation doesn't happen in productivity. It happens in identity. By week 3, something important happens. You stop negotiating with yourself. Waking up early becomes non-emotional. And when discipline becomes non-emotional, identity starts to shift. You begin to see yourself as someone who keeps promises. Someone who can do hard things. Someone who controls their mornings. Life always feels slightly out of control. Identity changes before results show up. This is why the habit matters, even if nothing else changes. Let me be direct. If the idea of waking up at 5 a.m. makes you defensive, that's not logic, that's attachment. Attachment to comfort. Attachment to familiarity. You don't need to wake up early forever. But if you've never proven to yourself that you can, you're letting comfort decide your limits. Now here's the part no one talks about. Waking up early trains one thing above all else. Self-trust. Every morning you do what you said you'd do. No applause. No reward. That compounds. Confidence grows. Decision fatigue shrinks. Discipline stabilizes. Without self-trust, no habit sticks long-term. The habit isn't about time, it's about control. Around week 3, a strange emotion appears. Guilt. You start thinking, am I overdoing this? Is this even necessary? Other people don't do this. This guilt isn't rational. It's social conditioning. When you step outside the average routine, your brain looks for permission to stop. Because discipline without social validation feels unsafe. Consequence. People self-sabotage not from exhaustion, but from guilt for being different. Interrupt line. Guilt is not a signal to stop. It's a signal you've broken pattern. By now, mornings feel quiet. Too quiet. No rush. No excitement. No chaos. This emotional flatness scares people. They mistake calm for lack of progress. But emotional neutrality is psychological stability. It means your nervous system isn't being hijacked first thing in the day. People reintroduce stimulation to feel alive again. Calm doesn't feel powerful until you realize how rare it is. This is where discipline quietly compounds. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Waking up early humbles your ego. No one sees it. No one praises it. No one rewards it. So your ego asks, what's the point if no one notices? But ego wants recognition. Discipline wants alignment. People quit habits that don't boost status, even if they build character. If your habits need validation, they won't survive long term. This habit tests whether you work for approval or self-respect. Most people fail the 5 a.m. habit because they treat it as willpower. It's not. If you wake up early but sleep late, keep your phone nearby, have no clear morning structure, your environment sabotages you. Early rising works only when the environment supports it. Fixed sleep time. No phone for first 30 minutes. One pre-decided task. People blame themselves when the system is the problem. If your environment doesn't change, your habits won't stick. This leads to the most overlooked benefit. After 30 days, the biggest shift isn't energy. It's self-image. You no longer ask, can I do hard things? You already know the answer. That confidence bleeds into work, health, decision-making, boundaries. Life always feels slightly negotiable. Self-image is built through proof, not affirmations. Now the ending lands differently. Here's the truth. Waking up at 5 a.m. won't fix your life. But it will reveal whether you're in control of it. The real benefit isn't earlier hours. It's a quieter mind. A structured start. And proof that you can override comfort. If you try this for 30 days and quit early, you'll gain nothing. If you stay through the empty phase, you'll gain something most people never build, self-trust. In the next video, I'll explain why willpower fails, and how environment quietly decides your discipline. If you want psychology-based self-improvement without hustle nonsense, subscribe. Because the way you start your day eventually becomes the way you live your life.